Namaste and welcome to yet another episode of the Influence Academy with myself Anusha, brought to you by Bless Money, Extra Tech and 3B's Education and Migration. In tonight's episode, I'm accompanied by such a personality who is employed in one of the top tech companies in the world. We'll be discussing her story, her journey, the struggles that she overcame, and finally, how she landed a career as a data center technician at Amazon Web Services. Welcome Mrs. Rajita Baniya Khatri.
Namaste everyone.
Welcome Rajita to our show.
Thank you so much for the warm introduction as well. I'm good, yeah. How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
So how are your days in this pandemic going on?
It is quite okay because I'm working as regular as previous. It was like at the beginning of the pandemic I started stocking up, but now I think it's okay and everything is normal. Yeah, so everything is good.
So how does it feel to work as a data center technician in one of the top tech companies in the world?
So yeah, it feels really amazing to work as a data center technician because I always wanted my career in IT and I always worked for it. And like even when I came to Australia, after graduating, I started desperately looking for jobs and I was hopeful I'll get a job, but I was not really sure that I would be landed in such top companies with that role. So I'm really happy doing that work and enjoy my everyday life, learning new things and meeting new people. Yeah, so it makes me really happy.
So you completed computer engineering from one of the prestigious institutions in Nepal, Tribhuvan University. So what made you pursue computer engineering?
So to be honest, I was not sure what I wanted to become like after my high school. I was not too sure which path to choose. It was like I was not passionate about something, so it was like I was not sure what career should I choose. So my parents always wanted me to do engineering. So I was like, I just followed their path, and I think that was a good decision for me. And especially my sister, like she motivated me to pursue like a career in IT because I think she had seen like the growing career of IT. So I think that's how I landed. It was not like I always wanted to be in IT and things like that. So I was just saying yes to any opportunities and I followed the path. So yeah.
Did it come easy to you?
It was not so easy, to be honest. Like when I was studying, we were like only 4 female in our classes, so it was not that easy because since being a male dominated industry and education, so being a female, like it was really challenging as well, but at the end, like the thing that mattered was that I learned and did my best. I didn't know anything, so I ended up learning so many things. So I think that does matter a lot more than anything.
Okay, so you moved to Australia for your master's degree in information technology and that you acquired from Australian Catholic University.
True.
So did your expectation in Nepal match the reality here in Australia, and how was the journey like?
The journey was really bumpy. It was like up and down and it was really challenging at the beginning. So what I expected from back in Nepal was like education system would be similar and like things like that, but when I came here it was totally different. The education system, the assessment, we were given like we had assessment and things like that rather than exams. We were focused on more like a workshop kind of classrooms, like all with computers equipped. So it was like a bit different. It was good in a way as well because we get like hands-on experience with a computer in front, because that's what we need and we do. So yeah, and assignment were really challenging because working and doing assignment, it's really challenging for all students out here. So yeah, that's a bit different, but in a way it is good as well.
How was the university experience like? How was it different from Nepal?
So what I see here, I don't know if I didn't see that thing in Nepal, but what I see here is like there are lots of opportunities provided by university, like different career development activities. I participated in few of them. I think that helped me a lot to get a job like after I graduated. So those opportunities around there, and people are very supportive here as well, and they were supportive in Nepal as well. But the difference is like the opportunities that we get here in the universities, like opportunities. By opportunity, I mean like all the volunteer activities where you get to meet new people. And like in Australia, like networking, if you have good network, then it is easier to get jobs. So I think that is really important to do, like getting involved in different clubs and getting really active to find out those opportunities. If you find out those opportunities, there are plenty of opportunities provided by universities. So it was really good to grab those opportunities here.
So after graduation, after you acquired your degree, what were the initial steps that you took?
So like even I was like so into getting job, like right after graduation. I started looking up like when I was like on my final semester, and I was also participating in one of the like career development activities from uni, so it also helped me. And I was developing my resume. I was not too sure, like I wanted my job as a data center technician, but I was looking for jobs in like programming and IT support mainly. I was looking for that, so I was like trying to figure out what kind of skills are required, so looking for jobs. So I started looking that like at the end of the semester, and I was applying for a few roles, like graduate roles. It was really hard, and like applied like many roles, but it was challenging. And right after graduation, I was very active on LinkedIn as well, side by side, because that's what is needed there, as I know, like in Australia, to get job as well. So I was active on LinkedIn, and I was thinking to do some certification, which I didn't do, but yeah, I was thinking that is something that will set you apart or make you stand out among people who are looking for jobs. So that is a good thing to do, but I haven't done it. But I was preparing my resume, because you know, resume is not a day job, it's like iterative, and you need to improvise and work on it. So yeah, that's what I did, like improvise my resume, applied for different roles, and I didn't stop learning, because I was always learning through online, because I'm a visual learner, so I like watching videos and learning stuff. So that's what I did. I learned, like I was mainly looking for IT support role, because that one was like not much technical, but yeah, that's what I wanted, like a bit customer focused, that as I had experience in customer service. So that's what I was looking for, but I didn't expect to find this job. But yeah, eventually I find it. But yeah, that's what I did. You need to be proactive to find jobs and prepare a resume, be ready for that opportunity that is coming for you. And it's like not job will land on you, so you need to be proactive and find the job.
You were basically visionary.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a vision of following your passion as an IT technician.
Exactly. Yeah.
IT, you had a passion for IT.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to find a job in IT. That's what I wanted. But
okay.
Yeah.
So when you first started, you started doing jobs to focus on interpersonal skills.
Yeah,
while
exactly.
you were studying in a university. Then after completion, you applied for various positions. So you started as a data operation trainee, and now a technician. How did it all start? I mean, what's your day-to-day job like?
So on a daily basis, what I do is like, it is more technical role. It's like a technician, so you would expect more technical things. So on a daily basis, like data center is a place where there are like all the data, servers and things like that. So the primary role of a data center technician is to make sure all the servers are up and running, so that the customers would not be impacted. So we are the first point of contact for those issues. So what we do is in our team, I start my day at 8. So early morning, it's like installing racks and do network cablings and things like that. And later on the day, it would be troubleshooting hardware issues, replacing parts and things like that. So it's like more like our teamwork and sometimes like individual work, but it is really important for us to communicate well, so as to make sure that we are working, we are on the right path and doing this right thing. So yeah, that's what we do on a daily basis, and that's my role as a data center technician.
How did it all start as a trainee?
So I actually I was looking for jobs, desperately applying for different roles, but I was not lucky enough to get even an interview. But I had like few interviews before as well, but it was not successful. And I was active on LinkedIn, as I said before. And one of the employees for Amazon Web Services, he reached out to me and said like if I'm interested in that particular role of data center operation training. And when I looked into the requirements of the job at the first glance, it was like I was like, okay, I can't do it. And I was like really hesitate to even, I was not sure because it was really technical and there were lots of requirements that I feel like I couldn't meet 100% of those. So I was like bit hesitant at the beginning, but I always like to say yes to opportunities so that and think about how to do it later. So at the first glance, like I said yes, and then I started like figuring out how would I do it. So I started learning, refreshing my knowledge, and also try to learn those requirements that I didn't meet. It was like Linux and networking, things like that. I learned through LinkedIn Learning, and after a while I got a call for interview, and I went for a couple of interviews, and it went well. So yeah.
You saw the description of the trainee and you prepared yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Then they called you for interview.
First day, like he asked me if I'm interested. I was like not hesitant. I was kind of hesitant. I don't know what to do. I did say yes, and I go through that, and I applied, sent through my resume, and then I was like after a week or two, I don't exactly remember, but even when I said yes, I should start preparing. Right, it doesn't matter whether I'll be called or not. It would be good for me. So I started doing that, and then I was called for an interview, and I had initial phone interview. I make it through, and then on one-on-one interview later on, and yeah, I make it. So I worked for this data center operation role for 6 months, trainee role for 6 months, and then we had a few more interviews later on. Then yeah, which turns out to be my full-time permanent role now.
How was that experience?
It was really challenging as well at the beginning, because I had to learn so many things. When even before going for interview, I did learn so many things. It was a good experience. It didn't matter whether I'll get it or not, but I was learning something. So it was good, and when I get it, it was like I was like really happy, and that's when the challenge started. When I went there, I was the only women in our team, like when I started. So it was really challenging when you are only one, and it feels like you at the beginning, and you had to learn so many things. I was overwhelmed by those things, what I had to learn. And sometimes like at the beginning, I felt like I don't belong here, and like I am not doing good enough, things like that. But eventually I was like learning and developing myself, and support from my colleagues and managers. Yeah, it helped me pass through that. So it was challenging, learning, exciting, and everything was together.
Students from various backgrounds come here in Australia to pursue their further education. They are facing lots of challenges, so they don't know what steps to take.
Yeah, that's true.
And they might take you as an inspiration. What were the motivating factors that really inspired you to be that visionary, to set your goals, to be passionate about your career?
So the thing that I always wanted was I want my career, like professional career in IT. That's why I started figuring out what I need to do in order to find that role. So first thing you need to do is like you need to clear the path, right? So what do you want? You need to figure out like what do you need to do first, like step by step, right? It doesn't happen like all at once. So it should be little step. Like one step at a time. So that's what I did. I tried to figure out what I wanted, which pathway I wanted to go. But it's not like it will happen, it will go with that flow. It never happens. Like there are lots of challenges in between. But I think that is challenges is that's what motivated me, because I always wanted that. I had my goal set, so I always worked towards that, and I always believe that being successful means being satisfied, so which I am able to get it by trying my best. When I set a goals, I should try my best and give my best, whether or not it's not about like always achieving the end goal, but you'd always definitely learn something from that journey, right? So it's that's what motivated me, always wanting my career in that and clearing my path, always being proactive towards opportunities, and also most important thing, support from my family, especially especially my husband. He has been really supportive. He always like even after graduation, he because I was able to work full time, but he always said me, you just work like part time and then spend your half of the time like looking for jobs, upskilling myself. Like looking for a job is also a job, right? So I was doing like half of the looking for job and then the other part-time customer service role that I was working at Office Parks. Yeah, so yeah, that's I think that's support from my family and my strong desire to get IT job motivated me towards my goal.
So as a data center technician, what are the jobs that you do that we can all understand?
So what I do is like the basic thing I can say is like repairing hardware, like servers. So servers is similar, like similar to like when I have to explain to someone who is like new, so I could say like computer hardwares. So most that is what I do, like repairing stuffs, and like there are more other roles within that, but the most important thing is like repairing, replacing parts, and like finding troubleshooting issues, what is causing the issue. So yeah, that's what I do, like problem solving. That is always important in any other job. So problem solving, troubleshooting issues, and replacing hardware parts. So yeah, I think that is helpful to understand.
Okay, that's quite helpful, I think, because we know that you are a data center technician, but we don't know what that actually is.
Yeah, I know it's hard to understand these kind of different words.
Tech industry is mostly dominated by male. Women remain widely understated in IT roles. So in your opinion, why is the situation like this?
So what I can say is, yeah, the representation of women is very low compared to men in like IT industries, because this is like more male dominated. So what I think is like, I think it's we are like built up like that when we are like kids. So when I say you to imagine like a technician or an engineer, like for most of the people, what comes in your mind? So it would be like a male with a hat on it, or a male with a computer on hand, right? So I think that's a mindset that we have that is making us not like women not to like computers. We are given toys that are like dolls and teddies, things like that. But while like the boys are given like Legos and cars and guns and things like that. So it's like we are from the beginning, our grown up is like that. So we are grown up like saying we like male are, so whenever there's some issues with computers, like we go for male, right, not for female. So that's like our mindset that is making like female not to like have interest in IT, and it is really challenging as well, like being less, like when there's less people and there's less people to be inspired from, then I think that is making it low as well, like our mindset from the very beginning. That is what is making like female to be less interested in IT. I think that's the thing. And the other thing is the challenges that comes along with it. So yeah, there are lots of things that are affecting, like making women not to choose IT as a career.
As you mentioned before, that you were not looking forward as a career in IT, but you had to choose engineering, but you succeeded at it.
Yeah.
So what would you like to suggest to an individual who would like to start a career in IT, who is not from IT background but would like to start a career in IT?
So I'd like to say like anything is possible if you want to do it, and if you are willing to work hard and learn along the way. So anything is possible. So what if you are really interested in doing IT, it is a good career and it is growing as well, and there are lots of job opportunities opening up. So I think it is a good career to choose, because there are lots of opportunities, lots of jobs opening up. So yeah, I think if you are interested, then definitely you can join colleges or universities to pursue diploma. Even like here in Australia, even you don't need to even complete your degree to get an IT job. If you do some certifications and if you have skills and if you can show them that you can do it, then I think that is good enough to get a job in IT here, especially here in Australia. So the difference that I find here is also that like here people here like focus on more give priority to experience and skills rather than our education, right? So as long as you have skills and as long as you are willing to learn, I think, and then you can achieve anything. So yeah, you can go for IT career with a certification or any degree.
If any current IT graduates are looking for a bright career aspect, what tips would you recommend?
So if anyone is looking for a job, I would like to say be proactive, be open to opportunities. So also be prepared for the role that's the role that I got was like it was not I was applying for that role, right? So it was just came up and I was ready for that, and I said yes and I was ready for that. So that could happen to anyone, so just be ready for that opportunities. Make your resume good, always try to improvise that and work on it. And like the most important thing is don't lose hope, because I know it's really hard when you keep on applying and didn't even get a call for an interview. It's really hard to persist, but be resilient, the time will come. And yeah, keep on applying and trying your best. Also, if for IT graduates, if you want to stand out, I'd like to recommend to do any certifications. If you want to do, I think like that will make you stand out.
Certifications
as in like CCNA if you want to go for networking. There is CompTIA and things like that. So the basic thing is CCNA, CompTIA if you want to go for IT support networking roles. I think that is highly recommended, and employer are looking for that as well, because that has like that will prove you that you have skills, that you can do the job. So that will make a candidate stand out in a resume as well as in the interview. That will make a difference. So yeah, go for it.
According to you, how do an individual make an attractive resume?
So a resume, it should not be that long. It's like the normal thing, right? It should not be that long, like 1 or 2 pages max. And it should be clear, and there should not be any grammatical errors and things like that. So it is better if you make a resume, then you can reach out to people to give their feedback on that. And I think like most of the universities, they have like career program where or if you send their resume, they will like give feedback on that. So you can try that as well. Or even if you are looking for any jobs, if you are looking for any jobs, just reach out to those people. Be active on LinkedIn and reach out to those people. Hey, I would like to know more about your job, and how do I reach out to that? And they will be like more than happy to help you out. And also if you want to feedback on your resume, I think like most of the people, even I'm happy to help out with if anybody wants any feedback on their resume as far as I can. It's not like that I know everything, but as far as I can, I'm happy to help. So it's better to get feedback for the resume. That's the most important thing. But because when you make a resume, you feel like that's perfect, but when somebody else sees that, then they can like point out your mistakes. So that would be really helpful. I think yeah, that's the most important thing.
What suggestion would you like to give to those students who are working and as well as studying in a university?
I know like it's really challenging at the beginning. Whoever it is, like it's really challenging for me, for you, I guess, like for everyone. It's challenging to be in a new place, studying, working. That's lots of responsibility on you. It's really hard, but take this journey as a learning opportunities. Take these challenges as a learning opportunities. Challenges means that you are learning. I know it's really hard, but you are learning on the way. Take this as a learning opportunities, and I think you'll be there wherever you wanted to be. Enjoy your life here. Don't overstress yourself, because this is the situation faced by everyone. So you will also make through it. So also be open to opportunities, because there are lots of opportunities around universities and provided by education provider, like different clubs, career development activities. Be very active, and I believe, as per my experience, these are the most helpful thing that will help you to land a job like after you graduate. Because when I had my resume prepared, when I went for interview, along with my technical skills, interviewer were like curious about what kind of activities I did. Like I kept like some volunteer activities and some career development activities in my resume, so they were more interested on that as well. So I think that will make you stand out. So be open to opportunities, and you will definitely get there. And also enjoy your time and be happy.
We've come to the end of our episode tonight. Would you like to share anything to our viewers that we might have missed, that you would like to contribute?
So nothing much. Yeah, always enjoy your time. That's what I want to say, because the time is really valuable, and if you, it is better if you utilize it and like learn something. Or also, it is also, along with learning, it is also important to be happy, take care of yourself. So yeah, take challenges and learning opportunities, and take care of yourself and be happy. That's what I want to say.
I'm sure people, our viewers, would like to take your story as an inspiration.
I hope so. I'm glad to hear that.
That you graduated in your field and you didn't stop to search jobs and train yourself and be the position that you are right now. Thank you so much for your time, Rajita.
Thank you so much,
And
Anusha.
we wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you for having me. It was great spending time with you
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you.
On that note, I would like to end tonight's episode. We'll be back next week. Stay influenced, take care, and above all, stay safe. Thank you.